Welcome back. Today, we want to break down politics and power moves in the region without the boring academic energy. Today, we are talking about President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's recent comments about that Uganda could face future wars if the country isn't granted the necessary and the meaningful access to the Indian Ocean. Before you gasp, you should hold on because he didn't mean war with Kenya. There's more to this story, and honestly, it's pretty deep. So Museveni basically stood up and asked if Uganda is supposed to access or to participate in global trade, defense, and growth, how would it do that without the direct access of the Indian Ocean? He compared East African countries to apartments, and basically Kenya, Somalia, and Tanzania, they are living on the ground floor, while Uganda lives on the top floor, trying to get out, but the exit is controlled by Kenya, Tanzania, and Somalia, which are the neighbors who are living on the ground floor. So his point is that the ocean shouldn't be treated as private property of whoever happens to live on the coastline. It should be a shared African strategic resource. And on that level, he's got a point. Being a landlocked country is expensive, risky, and historically it's dangerous. At first, a lot of people have been saying that Museveni talked about going to war over the coastline. But that's not actually what he meant. Museveni wasn't warning of a future Uganda-Kenya battle royale. He was making a broader point. Africa's vulnerability comes from external powers and not internal neighbors. He was actually essentially saying if Africa doesn't resolve the structural inequalities, like which countries can access major trade routes outside nations can and will exploit these weaknesses. And if you look at African history, countries without sea access gets pushed around. Foreign armies have previously entered Africa through coastal getaways, and colonial powers always exploited maritime advantages first. So he's saying if we don't stand united and fix this now, someone from outside would eventually use it to destabilize us. So yeah, this is less a war with Kenya and more like Africa needs to be geopolitically serious before someone else makes decisions for us. And the ocean is such a big deal. And let's be real, in today's world, the ocean is everything. Trade, defense, supply chains, global influence. Without it, you are always paying someone else's fees, depending on someone else's infrastructure, and at the mercy of someone else's politics. And Uganda knows that firsthand. If Kenya's port or railway line has a bad month, or Uganda face it, and prices go up, imports slow down, and revenue drops, and the economy gets punched in the face. That's the kind of national vulnerability Museveni is talking about. So the real solution isn't just Museveni. The real solution should be found, because Museveni isn't just complaining; he's pitching an idea, a deeper East African integration. He is imagining a region where goods can move freely, ports are shared cooperatively, and militaries coordinate, and Africa acts like a unified economic bloc. Think more European Union vibes and less every country for itself. Because if East African countries become truly integrated, Uganda gets secure access to the sea, Kenya gets guaranteed inland markets, and the entire region becomes harder for external powers to manipulate. That's the game he's playing. That's the real game he's playing. So my final thoughts is that Museveni's message may sound fiery. The man loves adding a little hot sauce to his speeches, but the point underneath is legit. Africa won't avoid future conflicts by keeping borders the same and hoping for the best. It will avoid conflicts through unity, strategy, and shared access to the critical assets like the ocean. So whether East African leaders actually push that direction or keep playing national chess is another story entirely. And that's the breakdown. If you enjoyed today's episode, drop a follow, share it with someone who likes geopolitical hotcakes, and stick around. This region never runs out of fascinating plot twists. Catch you in the next one. Peace.